Hello, welcome to the mat today. I'm Crystal, and we'll be doing a gentle yoga for stress today, and we'll actually begin lying down. So if you would like, you can just grab a blanket for a little bit of extra padding. Otherwise, you just need a mat or a towel and some space. And we'll go ahead and slowly lower onto our backs. So just lying down. The knees can stay bent with the feet rooted into the earth. The arms will be by the side, or you can rest the palms onto the belly. And if you feel comfortable, go ahead and close the eyes here, or otherwise just find a spot up on the ceiling where you can take a soft gaze. And let's just take 5 breaths to center into the moment. Beginning to inhale through the nose and exhale out the nose. As we settle our mind and our body into the now, the here and the now, bringing them to the mat. Beginning to feel the earth supporting the backside body. Let's take a couple more breaths right here. If you have your hands on your stomach, let's slowly bring the palms down by the sides. And we're going to take some pelvic rocks here. So with both feet pressing firmly into the earth, we're just going to press into the heels here and begin to rock. So the belly becomes soft. We're just pressing and begin moving the upper body. You'll feel the head begin to bob. We're really trying to release the sacrum here. So if you sit a lot, this is really great for that. So it might feel a little different at first. So don't give up. Let's just keep going. We're in a space free of judgment. Press into those feet. Pressing into the ground. Really get into it now. Really start pressing and rocking. Feeling that head bob. Maybe we can speed it up a little bit. Let that belly be soft. Keep going. Going to do this about 30 more seconds, so really get into it. Pressing into the feet. Trying to keep everything else in the upper torso nice and soft. You can keep your breath. Maybe you can go a little faster, pressing down into the toes. Keep rocking, feeling that head bobbing and bobbing even more. Keep going, doing great. Almost done here. Really press into those toes. Bob, 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 bob. Slowly begin to bring the movement to an end. Come to stillness. And then just notice how the body feels here. Coming back to your breath. Relax the entire center part of your body. Notice any sensations or any tingling. Feeling really soft. Now drawing the knees into the chest. You take the hands right onto the top of the knees here and just begin to draw small circles with the knees, as if you're drawing circles on the ceiling. Feeling a little massage on the sacrum. And then stopping and going back in the opposite direction. And then ending that movement, and then we're going to take the legs and take them away from each other. So the knees are going to drop away, and we're going to take circles. They drop away from each other, then come back together. And these can be small or big, however your body's feeling. And then we stop and go in the opposite direction. So we're just bringing some synovial fluid into those hip joints. Bringing a little bit of movement. Coming back to center, ending that movement, slowly lowering the feet back down to the earth. Coming into a bridge pose. We'll want to draw the heels as close to the buttocks as we can. The palms flat on the earth beside the body. As we begin to inhale, we're going to press into the heels and slowly lift the hips gently off of the mat. Now we're going to just go very slow first. So just the low back comes up. And then we'll exhale and lower. This time as we inhale, press into the heels. Begin to lift the lower and mid back. Exhale and lower. Inhale, press into the heels, lift the hips, the low back, the mid back. Maybe we get into the upper back. Draw the knees in towards one another. Exhale and lower. Now we're going to add the arms in here. As we inhale, the arms rise overhead. We lift the hips. Hold at the top. And exhale and slowly lower back down. Taking your time, coming down one vertebrae at a time. Nice slowed, controlled movements here. Inhale as we lift. Exhale, we lower. You can move with your breath here. Inhale to lift. Exhale and lower. Kind of moving like a wave here. Again, inhale, press into the heels. Exhale, we begin to lower down. Resting here for one moment. Again, noticing how the body feels. Always feeling the earth beneath you, supporting you. Beginning to notice any areas within the body where you may be gripping or tensing. And just see if you can send your breath to those areas and invite them to relax. Now drawing the right ankle, we'll lift it onto the left thigh, coming into a figure four stretch. The right knee sends away from the body. And this may be enough for some. You may feel a stretch already in that right hip, and you could stay right here. Or you could begin to draw the left knee in towards the chest, scooping the arms through, and drawing the knee in towards the chest. Both feet remain flexed. Feeling a nice stretch in the right hip. Inhaling through the nose, sending your breath to that right hip, right leg. And on the exhale, release any tensions or tightness here. We hold a lot of emotion, a lot of stuck energy in the hips. Maybe you rock from side to side if that's available to you today. Gently releasing, lowering the leg, unwinding, coming to the other side. The left ankle rests on the right thigh. The left knee will send away from the body. And again, you may notice a stretch here. You may immediately notice a difference from one side to the other. So we'll just become aware of this. No need to change it right now. If you'd like, you can draw the right knee in towards the chest. Keeping both feet active. And again, inhaling fresh oxygen, fresh energy into that left hip. Exhaling out that which no longer serves you. And maybe you gently rock side to side if that feels good in your body. So doing what feels good for you. Softening through the jaw, relaxing the shoulders down. When you're ready, you can gently release, unwind the legs, draw the knees into the chest. And then bringing the feet up towards the sky and grabbing the outsides of the feet here. So I like to come in between the legs to grab the outsides. If that's not available, you can grab a hold of the shins or the calves. Coming into a happy baby. So drawing the knees down towards the mat, the soles of the feet come up towards the sky. And then from here, see if you can press the sacrum, the tailbone, into the mat, creating a sense of total length throughout the spine. If you could play around in your happy baby, strengthening or lengthening one leg and then the other, rocking side to side. Just really embody that baby-like pose here. Maybe you smile. can always incorporate a little bit of movement in your poses. Just noticing what feels good for you. Just checking in with the rest of the body and noticing if you're gripping or tensing. Inviting fresh oxygen in and releasing tense and tightness away. Just playing around here, smiling. And it's said that we can actually trick the mind. We can smile, and it actually releases endorphins into the body, even if it's a fake smile. The brain doesn't know we're tricking it, so maybe you can try that here. Try a little smile. We're happy babies. When you're ready, you could slowly come out of this pose. Always take your transitions nice and slow. Bring the knees back together. Hug them into the chest. Maybe crunch those toes and flex them. That always feels so good. You might hear some popping, and that's okay. And then from here, we're going to come into a spinal twist. So leaving the knees where they are, the arms can come out to the sides. And then we're just going to allow the knees to fall over to the right side of the body. Just coming into a spinal twist on this side. Now you can always place a pillow or block or a rolled up blanket underneath the knees for support. And then we'll just try to see if we can keep both shoulders down on the mat here. And then if you'd like, maybe you take the gaze over the left hand. Coming back to your deep, controlled breathing through your nose. Just listening to your breath, sounding like the ocean waves. On your next inhale breath, drawing the knees back up towards center and then moving right over to the left. Allowing the knees to drop over to the left side. Again, trying to keep both shoulders down on the mat. And then if you'd like, take the gaze right over the right hand. And on your next inhale, drawing the knees back up, Let's wrap those arms around. Give yourself one big hug, lifting your forehead to meet the knees. Hugging it all together, gently releasing, coming down, putting the feet back on the earth. Let's raise the right arm up overhead here. And then we're going to slowly roll onto the right side, resting our head on that arm beneath us, coming into a fetal pose here. So we'll just stay here for one breath, just taking a moment of gratitude for coming to our mat today. And then we're going to use the left hand in front of us and the arm beneath us to slowly lift up, coming onto all fours and making our way into a child's pose. The knees come wide, the big toes touch. Send the hips back to the heels as we slowly soften the chest down to the earth. Reaching the arms out in front. And if you can, let the forehead rest down. And if not, that's okay. If you're here, not a problem. So just doing whatever feels good for you. Allowing the breath to soften the body even deeper into the pose, surrendering down to the earth, allowing your heart space to relax. On the inhale breath, lift your gaze, walk the hands back underneath the body as we lift up, coming into a tabletop position. Taking your time here, the knees are below the hips, spread the fingers nice and wide, the wrists come below the shoulders, press up through the earth, hug in the ribs, the navel to the spine, creating a nice solid table. We're going to come into some cat-cows. On your inhale breath, slowly begin to lower the belly button to the earth as we lift the gaze, the forehead, lifting the tailbone. And on an exhale breath, reverse that movement, beginning to round, drawing the chin to chest, rounding the spine. Inhaling, dropping the belly button. Exhaling to round. So just moving with your breath here and pausing wherever you feel an extra stretch is needed. Next time you come through center, let's pause that movement. Again, finding our stable table, our strong table, pressing up through the earth. A solid table, a solid back. And we're going to take the right hand and we're going to thread it underneath the left as we lower the body down onto that right shoulder. The right side of the head comes to the earth. Coming in to thread the needle. Now the left hand can stay where it is, or you can reach it up overhead. You could also bring the palm to the lower back to open up through the chest. So your choice here. We'll be here for a couple breaths, so settle in. So wherever your left hand may be, let's bring it back below the shoulder, press into the hand as we lift back up, and we're just going to switch sides here. So again, starting in that nice stable table, the left hand now will thread underneath the right arm, lowering down onto the left shoulder and the left side of the head. And you can do the same with this right arm as you did on the other side, or you can do something different, your choice. Wherever your right hand may be, let's bring it back down to the mat. Press into that hand as we lift back up to our stable table, and we're going to press the hips back to the heels again, once again, and gently soften the chest down over the thighs, and the arms can drape down beside the legs this time, and let the head rest down. Really breathe into the backside body. Feel the ribs expanding. On each inhale, feel them deflate with each exhale. Begin to feel those shoulders just melting down to the earth. Bringing your awareness back to your breath as you take slow, controlled inhales and exhales through the nose. Lifting your gaze, bringing the hands below the body, begin to lift up and just shift your hips over to one side, coming to a seated position. Crossing the legs here. And then we're going to take the right hand to the outside of the left leg, and then the left hand will come to the side of the head. Now we're not really doing a lot of pressure on the head. Remember, we want to be very gentle with our neck, but we're going to use opposition of the hand here and draw the shoulder down as we pull onto the leg and stretch the neck down to the side. Might feel a little awkward, so let's just come to our breath. Hug the belly button in to protect our low back. Keep both sit bones planted on the mat. And we're gently going to release and just come to the other side. Now keep that right hand here. And let's take that left hand and cross it over. And see if you can clasp onto the other leg. And if so, I want you to draw the chest forward. You'll feel like a trap stretch here. You may need to lift the knees up to take that grasp, but that's okay. So just stretching kind of behind the shoulder blades here. And then releasing, we can keep that left arm now on the outside of the right leg. The right hand comes to the side of the head. Let's create that opposition as we begin to pull the knee back. And we'll drop the left ear to the left shoulder. Keep creating that opposition through the arm. Sitting up nice and tall, keeping a long spine. And don't forget to breathe. Always breathing, coming to the breath. If you're holding your breath, that's your body's way of telling you you're doing too much work and you need to back out a little bit. So gently releasing the head, and now this time let's wrap the right arm over top of the left, clasping the outside of the leg, and just feeling a stretch again over on the right side. And now gently releasing. And before we come to our final relaxation today, we're going to do a little bit of a pranayama technique. It's a breathing technique. It's called alternate nostril breathing. So typically it's done with the thumb and the ring finger. But if that feels odd to you, you can always use the pinky. We'll be using the right hand. So you'll just need the thumb and the pinky. If you're left-handed and that feels more comfortable, you can go ahead and do that. The opposite hand will just rest down. You want to find a nice comfortable seat, sitting up nice and tall. You can sit up against a wall, you can sit in a chair, so that's your choice. And then basically what we'll be doing is we'll cover the right nostril with the thumb. We would inhale through the left, hold that inhale, release the right nostril, and now cover the left nostril and release and exhale out the right. And then we would inhale through the right, hold and switch and plug up the right and exhale out the left. So this technique is very calming for the body. It works really well. It really helps to calm and bring us into our parasympathetic nervous system, which is really our rest and digest system. So just a little technique that I'd like to do before we end our practice today. So a little bit different. We usually do our breathing technique at the beginning, but now we got our bodies nice and soft. Maybe release some of that tension or tightness that we've had. And we'll just do something a little bit yummy before we end. So just find something nice and comfortable, a nice place to be, anywhere that you feel comfortable and safe. It's really what we're looking for here. And let's just come into ourselves. You can close your eyes if that feels comfortable for you. Otherwise, you could take a soft gaze, and we'll just take a moment to settle in here before we begin. So just coming into the position that feels very supportive of you today. So by using this breath, we're just going to shift our mindset and become organized in the brain and the body to give to just guide ourselves to a place that feels more supported to send you on your way throughout your day. So you can use my voice to guide you. So please feel free to close your eyes. Maybe just bring your awareness to your chest or your heart space. Relax your shoulders. And just allow any feelings to come up and just notice them. Notice where you might still be holding or gripping in the body. Maybe your fingers, your toes, your ankles, or your wrists. See if you can just notice all the points. And then maybe in time, just allow them to soften with your awareness. Notice both sit bones grounded into the earth, feeling the earth's energy rising up through the vertebrae, all the way up the spine, through the neck, and out the crown of the head. We'll begin our pranayama. Whatever hand you've chosen to use, the other can rest softly in your lap. We'll take the thumb and plug up the right nostril. And on your next inhale, inhale through the left. Hold and retain. Close off the left nostril. Exhale out the right. Inhale through the right. Hold and retain. Exhale out the left. Inhale through the left. Hold. Now switch and plug up the left nostril. Exhale out the right. Inhale through the right nostril. Hold as you switch and plug up the right nostril with your thumb. Exhale out the left. Inhale through the left. Hold, release the thumb. Clog up the left side with the pinky. Exhale out the right. Inhale through the right nostril. Hold, release the pinky, clog up the right nostril with the thumb, and exhale out the left. Inhale through the left. Hold. And we'll exhale out the right nostril now. Continue going if you've got the rhythm of this now with your own breath. After the inhale, we hold and we switch nostril. Doing great. We'll have everyone take one more round, ending on the exhale out the left nostril. Once you're complete, bringing both hands down to your lap, coming to a neutral breath. Just begin to notice any sensations that you feel within your body, any feelings that might come up. Notice how you're feeling. Become aware of these feelings. If there's any additional stretching or poses that you would like to take before our final relaxation, you may do that now. If you choose, you can take final relaxation in the seated position where you currently are. You can choose to do legs up the wall or legs up on a chair. You can lay down and do normal Shavasana. You could also lay on your side. You could grab a blanket. Your choice, anything that you'd like to do for final relaxation. I am going to choose to do legs up the wall. It's a very calming and relaxing pose. So if you'd like, you can come with me or coming to your normal or your chosen Shavasana pose. Legs up the wall, I'm just coming close to the wall. I'm going to lay down and swing my legs up. Your arms can come out wide, taking up space, palms facing up. And wherever you are, notice the area of your body that's touching the earth, that's supporting you, that's grounding you down. Surrender yourself down to this space. Give yourself permission to relax. Give yourself permission to be silent. Give yourself permission to be still. Give yourself permission to be calm here in Shavasana. bring your awareness back to your breath. Slowly begin to awaken our bodies with gentle movements, such as rubbing our fingers across the thumb, wiggling the toes, rolling out the wrists, the ankles, maybe a gentle movement of the head. You could take the legs long, reach the arms overhead for a full body stretch. And then draw the knees in, rolling on to your favorite side. Coming back to the fetal pose. From here, pressing in to the ground, making our way back up to a seated position. Take your time, keeping the eyes gently closed. Coming back to the mat, bring your hands to the heart, press the palms together, the thumb rests to the sternum. Welcome back to your day. Thank you for practicing with me today. Namaste. Gently open your eyes. I hope you all enjoyed the practice today, and we'll see you again soon. Bye.